Hey lovely sexy gaming people, welcome to today's video, which is Warhammer Stormbringer issue 28. Let's get it open. So is this another Underworld's Warcry unit? Because they've all got their own specially moulded bases, but we'll look at that in a bit. So we have Garbag's Gitz, or Garbag's Gitz I should say, Growing Menace and Inspiring Presence. So there's 9 miniatures there. A growing menace in the hands of the Gloomspite Gitz, the bizarre cave fungi of the mortal realms can be a deadly weapon. These grots seek out the most noxious and magical fungi, and they use it to make bombs, poisons, potent brews, and even fearsome beasts of war. So, fungal fury, different squigs, the nature of the squig. One beast, many uses. Dangerous companions, unstoppable hunger, horrible variety. Okay, so Garbag's Gitz. This goes in our grey section, Gloomspite Gitz number 13, section B. Grots are bizarre creatures capable of much more than their stature would suggest. Few grots have outdone themselves more than Garbag's Gitz, an unlikely group of adventurers who serve the Moon Clan shaman Garbag. They overwhelm their enemies with magic, steel and biting squigs. So we get D6 rolling chart, which gives you reasons for joining Garbag's Gitz, and then you get a D6 rolling chart for chosen tactics. Here's our build guide for our blue section. So some of these look like they're going to be really easy to put together. They're just a mini stuck straight on the base, which is really good. So we get a couple of archers. This is obviously Garbag here. He looks like he's got a little pot on the end of his magical stave. And then we have, so all of these are actually named. So you've got obviously Garbag, you've got Dibs, Stick It, Redcap, Prog Danetta, Snurk, Sour Tongue, Drizgit, a Squig Herder. We've then got a Squig, and that's Bone Cracker. And then we've got Gobblelock, which is another squig. So there you go. All named characters. That's nice. And then you've got your painting guide for Garbag's Gitz. This mushroom for a hat. And that's where we're up to. We then have more rules coming in for our purple section. And then a tutorial for Inspiring Presence. Some nice pictures as well. Baylor. Right, so here we go. We've got the cards for Garbag and then his Gitz. So Garbag has a 5-inch move, a 6-up save, 5 bravery and 5 wounds. He uses a cursed sickle as his melee weapon, which has a 2-inch range, 3 attacks, 3+ to hit, 3+ to wound, -1 rend and 2 damage. And then Garbag's Gitz, they have a 5-inch move, 6-up save, 5 bravery, 2 wounds each. They've got a missile weapon, which is the Moon Clan bow, which gives you 20 inches, 1 attack, +4 to hit, +4 to wound, no rend, and 1 damage. You then have squigs and some other stuff. So you've got the Squig Brand, Barbed Net, Slitter, and Fang-Filled Gob. And then you have a War Scroll tutorial. Okay. So we're getting a Gloomspite Gitz war scroll here for Loon Smasher Fanatics. Move is 2d6, 6 up save, 10 bravery, 1 wound, and it's a melee weapon, ball and chain. Do we get a Loon Smasher? You get some of these with Garbag's Gitz, which is Snurk Sourtongue. And we get a second model in a future issue which will consist of 5 models. So that's why we've got this additional war scroll, this issue. So there you go. Behold, the Bad Moon. So, the appearance of the Bad Moon has scattered the forces of order and the forces of destruction. Now, with their bravery being tested, they are faced with fresh challenges and fresh opportunities for glory. Stormcast Eternals are beings of incredible courage and discipline. Even in the face of magical horrors, they remain resolute. This terrifying event presents a chance for the Stormcast to prove that nothing can sway them from their pledge to protect the realms. And we're looking at the Lord Imperator, 6 Gryph-hounds, 5 Vindictors and 4 Praetors. The Alliance of Destruction, we're obviously including Garbag, the Loon Boss, Garbag's Gitz, Killer Boss with Stabgrot, 10 Gut Rippers, 10 Hobgrot Slitters and the Marsh Crawler Slogoff. We're using both our desert battle mats and we're each deploying on the long board edge. So there you go. And then the next one is going to be a paint issue, and then we get some more Hobgrot Slitters, which looks like we're going to be doing them slightly different to the last ones, which will be good. So there you go. That was that. Let's have a look at the plastic. Come down. Let's have a look at this plastic. So this is a sculpt date of 2018. Now these are they're kind of like very muddy surfaces, I suppose, on these bases. So we have one guy with a capture net. We've got a couple of squigs. So there's one there and one there. And there's obviously one guy with a ball and chain, which I'm assuming is what this represents. Here. And we've got a nice little string of mushrooms that go onto one of the bases. So yeah, I mean, looking at this, it looks really nice. Looks like our guy with a ball and chain is this one. And we got 1, 2, 3 guys with the bow and arrow. And then we got one with a capture, we got 2 squigs, we got one with the ball and chain, and we got Garbag. So yeah, that's all our miniatures. Alright, I'm not going to build all of them on camera, but I'll do a couple. Might do a squig, Garbag, and the guy with the ball and chain. Come back and we'll do that. Okay, lovely people, let's put Garbag together and some of his Gitz, shall we? So Garbag has, he's the most intricate out of these models, and he starts off with some mushrooms going onto his base. So just be sure you get the right one, that one there. These are really hard to locate. So that's your first one, that's gone in. It's quite difficult to push home, so just be aware of that. Now, Garbag, you have his stave that he's using, his back torso. Okay, so back torso, front of the torso and stave, and then his head pushes right the way through. So I'm going to just whop some glue in there, and then pop some in there. Now he has a wrist which takes the hand holding the pot out in front of him. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to glue these mushrooms to the base. But I haven't glued any of the miniatures to the base because these aren't for me. I'm not gluing the miniatures to the base so that the person that does receive them can decide what it is and how it is that they want to either glue them to the base and then paint them, or paint them separately and then attach. So there's Garbag. Looks like he's got a little fairy trapped in there. We'll then go with our ball and chain guy, and he just slots together 2 torso halves with his ball. Slots together like so. And this is the fun bit, so you have to push the face in whilst making sure that the chain is wrapped around and located in the bottom there. So there you go. And again, I'm not gluing this guy in so that he can just sit on like so. Right, the guy with the net, and this is the same with for like the guys with the crossbows and the bows and arrows. Okay, so this guy and all of these guys with the bows, they all just come out. Just get rid of any mould lines and trim them up. So our squig herd, again, this is another one where we're going to push 2 bits together. Like so. And then the head will go through here. Like that. Okay. So, and again, I'm not gluing because these are officially push fit, although the holes for the pins are a little bit tight. So there you go. And then finally the last squig. So we're going to pop in a leg in there, and this one's quite nice because we can add the glue in to the join from the inside and outside as well. And then glue the face on. Okay, and then again this guy. We'll locate. Do you know what? In there, like so. So there you go. That's all the Gitz with Garbag. Haven't glued any of them down. So yeah, there you go. That's it. All right, join me in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.